Now live on YouTube. Welcome, YouTube. We're just figured out how to do this, so give us a second while we play with it. I'm going to post the link on Twitter. Oh, shit.
We just figured out how to do this. Oh, fuck.
It just started playing in the background, so. What episode number is this? Episode 36?
Oh, yeah, it says you're live.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Yeah, it's working. What the fuck? We could have did this a long time ago.
I know. Well, it just looks terrible. So I got to figure out how to play with it to make it look a little better. I know this is very boring for you guys. Welcome to the podcast. We were trying to do this on Twitch. Didn't work out on Twitch, but guess what? We're live on YouTube. So thank you for joining us, guys. Anybody watching this, anybody watching the rebroadcast, follow us on Instagram and Twitter at scam_podcast. Then you would know that we're live, and you'd be able to hop in live and hang out and talk with us and have a good time like we're trying to do. So happy St. Patrick's Day to everybody. Malcolm, how's your St. Patrick's Day going?
Great. Serving Asian food on St. Patrick's Day.
Nothing wrong with that. I got myself a little JMO, a little drink. Not wearing green, but I'm Irish, so I don't have to wear green. So
every time my wife asks me if I want food, I just think of Happy Gilmore. And she's like, I made you breakfast.
The old lady that
the old Asian lady.
It's funny because you remember how he meets her in the movie is the till the night closes in. He's singing that through the intercom, and she's down there.
I sent you that fucking that wedding band, dude. That's in all those movies.
Yeah, I forget their name. They're a real band.
Like Dan something or something like that.
Dan and the something.
He's doing that fucking. I forget what that song is, but he throws in that yodelay, yodelay, yodelay,
yodelay. Yeah. Oh man, what is that song? The Dan Band. That's the name of the band.
Yeah. I fucking need you now more than ever.
Yeah, they're all looking around like, wait a minute. All right. Anyways, welcome guys. Episode number 36 and first time live on YouTube. So we're gonna see how this all plays out. But glad that you're still hanging in with us, Malcolm. Glad you're having a good St. Patrick's Day. Glad you didn't get kidnapped by somebody you're delivering food to.
No, I didn't.
No.
Fortunately.
All right. Well, we do have one person watching, so thank you for watching, whoever is out there on YouTube. But
we'll probably get plus to go fuck ourselves.
That's coming soon. All right, so let's start with this. We got a lot of things to talk about. Let's jump right into the emails. It sucks that we're not able to. We were trying to do this live on Twitch. You can follow us on Twitch, scam_podcast, because I had a bunch of people hyped up for it. I had like 7 people watching. They're like, all right, I'll be back in an hour.
Tell them on Twitch. Tell them you can.
I just posted on Twitter, so we'll see. But we do have a good amount of questions and emails that we got. So we'll start with that. You can email us at podcastscam@gmail.com. We do get quite a few emails, but we try to do as many as we can on these episodes. And another thing we get a lot is people asking to be guests on the episode. So one thing we were talking about doing is having an episode where we just do it live and we bring in as many people as we can over Zoom and just see what the fuck happens. You know what I mean? Just see what happens. Who knows? So we'll keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on your emails, and we'll set something like that up in the future. Let's start with this. So first email we got here. With COVID seeming to finally be coming to a close, what do you guys think will be the next end of the world crisis we all have to deal with? My money is on an asteroid that everyone panics about that just misses us for
this guy's pretty
like
definitive about the world's coming to an end.
Yeah, it's coming to an end, but just how, you know?
Yeah.
Hope my email makes the episode. Carrie from Connecticut. Carrie's emailed before, so thank you, Carrie, for emailing in. Wouldn't be surprised if Carrie pops in on the live. She does follow us quite a bit. So yeah, what do you think is the next end of the world crisis, Malcolm, that we're gonna have to deal with?
I don't know. I don't want to say a war because I think it's just too costly for everybody.
Yeah.
Water.
I think we're ways off from that one. I think the next one coming is going to be something financial. All the stock markets crash. People are freaking out. Everybody's broke. People are losing their homes.
I have Bitcoin, so they can go fuck themselves.
So you're prepared. You're ready. End of the world money.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thank you, Carrie, for your question. Next question we have. Okay. You guys talk a bit about your dating life, or at least your dating life in the past. So I wanted to know, what is the dumbest thing you've ever done for a girl or a guy? That's cool too. Chris from Salt Lake City.
The dumbest?
Dumbest
Oh,
thing.
I could tell you the dumbest. My first girlfriend in high school. We were like fighting. She lived like 45 minutes away. My mother told me not to go. It was a school night, even though like I never went to school in my senior year. So I go, not heeding the words of my mother, and then I get into a car accident the next morning.
I remember that. I
Yeah.
remember that.
And then the dude was fine. Of course, ended up suing the company. His neck hurt, his back hurt.
Yeah.
Fucked up for a long time.
Yeah. I remember that very vividly.
So small indiscretion, but
very stupid nonetheless. Let me think. The dumbest thing I've ever done for a girl. You know what's funny is the one I was actually thinking about when I read this email has to do with a car accident. When I was, I think it was a little bit after high school. I probably was like 18 or 19. I was dating this chick, and we had like drank all night, and she lived in this house with a bunch of other girls. And early in the morning, next morning, she had to go to work. So she was going to drop me off on the to somewhere on her way home or something, or on her way to work rather. So it's like 7:00 in the morning. She's pulling out of the driveway and she hits a girl who was partying with us the night before, her car. Right. Mm-hmm. So she freaks out and she's like, damn, I don't know what to do. She's like, hey, do me a favor. It's not a big deal. There's no like dent or anything. Just say it was you. Say you were driving my car and you bumped in. Yeah. So, cause I'm like, well, why? And she said, well, this girl is going to freak the fuck out. She's going to hate me forever. It's going to be like tension in the house. And I'm like, I don't even know this bitch. So whatever. I'll say I did it. I don't care. Right. So I did. So the next time I was over, like the next day I come, or later that night or something, I come over and I tell one of the other roommates, like, hey, did what's her name mention anything? And she didn't say anything. I was like, well, because I wanted to leave a note or something. I dented her car a little bit on the way out this morning. I just wanted to let her know. And they're like, oh, well, she's going to be at this place we're going tonight, like this party we're going to tonight. So I was like, all right, cool. I'll let her know there. Mistake. We get there. She's blackout drunk. She never even noticed the dent. So none of this was even necessary. But I mentioned it to her. I'm talking about the kind of dent. Play
would have been to tell her the next day. Or like if she said something, be like, I told you last night. Yeah. You don't remember?
I gave you like $1,000 for that dent last night. No, so they're like, you got to tell her, dude. You got to tell her, which was dumb. So I go over there and I just like, hey, I don't know if you noticed, but I like bumped your car this morning. If you need insurance, get involved or whatever, just let me know. She just starts sobbing, crying. Some fucking gigantic dude that I don't know comes over and goes, what's going on over here? Like, you hit her fucking car, dude? And it's like, come on, man. Like, she didn't even notice it until right now when I said it. So it turned into this whole ordeal. Like to this day, they still think that I hit the car. You know what I mean? Like that asshole Josh not paying attention, hungover. It's my fault, of course, but that was probably the dumbest thing. Yeah, I can't do it. I just can't do it. You know what I just noticed is this may be a YouTube only episode because I forgot to hit record for the audio only. So you can just start it now. What do you think? Start it now and put it out on iTunes, or
it'll just go directly to YouTube, won't it?
It'll go to YouTube, but I need the audio. I wasn't recording the audio. We'll jump in right now. We'll give a little something for the audio listeners. We'll do like this. All right, audio listeners. Sorry for that. You're jumping in mid-episode right now. I know you're confused. Like, wait a minute. This is the beginning of the podcast. No, it's actually the middle of the podcast. We're doing live on YouTube, and you're missing out on. And we forgot to hit record, so we're midway through. And we did 2 listener emails. You can go on YouTube. 2-word Scam Podcast, subscribe to the channel, and watch the most recent video. I believe it's episode number 36, and you can see the parts you missed, and you can see where you hopped in. You can see where you are right now. But we're not going to miss a beat.
You can see where you are right now.
Yeah, on YouTube. You can see where you are right now.
It just sounds funny.
It sounds funny.
I see exactly where I am right now. I'm here.
Yeah, I can see it twice. I can see you where you are. I can see where I am. Because we're all and there are one viewer. We're all here right now. So thank you for that, for tuning in. Also follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Scam_podcast. Follow us on Twitch, Scam_podcast, and we'll jump right in like nothing happened. All right, third question. I know you guys, this is a good one. I'm interested to hear what you have to say about this one. So again, if you want to email us, podcastgame@gmail.com. I know you guys said you used to be roommates through college and working around the country when I was younger. I had my share of good and bad roommates, but I found the ones I was most comfortable with will be the ones I would freak out on or get the most angry with when they did something stupid. So let me ask you this. What is the most mad you ever been at each other? From Leah.
Josh? Oh,
Yeah. We might have to circle back to this because I can't even think of like, there's been so many times
yeah,
where
it's
it's
just
been
been
dumb
like,
shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like this guy's a fucking idiot, and then
Yeah.
but we're going towards the same goal. It's just how we get there, I guess.
Yeah. I can think of a few times where I got mad at you because I wanted to go out and you didn't. I'm like, come on, dude. You said you were going to go out. And you're like, no, dude, I got class in the morning. It's like, you fucking. And I remember getting mad, like stuff like that. But really angry? I don't know if there's been a lot of times.
You remember going to Pensacola? Was it no? Is it Pensacola? Where
Panama City.
Panama City.
Yeah.
And we couldn't get a cab.
Oh, I was mad at you that time. That's true. I was pretty mad. You're like, we can walk. It's 0.5 miles. It's like, all right.
No,
We start walking.
7 miles.
Yeah. Or sorry. Yeah. 0.7 miles. Ended up being 7 miles. Dude, my feet hurt for 3 days after that. Hammered drunk. Hey, you remember, speaking of that, you remember that? I know you know where I'm going with this. That story that security guard told.
Oh, yeah, of course.
All time. So we're like, all right. So to give you some backstory, we're in Panama City. We're at the
a notorious spring break place, and it wasn't spring. It was, but
No.
it was over.
Yeah, it was the end, but there was like a few schools there, so we had a good time. There's they serve alcohol 24 hours. The bars don't close there. You only have to be 18 to drink in certain place, I think, and in the city or whatever. So pretty good place to go partying, right? So we get there,
but it's
first
only
night
open
in
like 4 weeks a year.
exactly
Shit like that.
So we ride up. It's a 6-hour drive from where we were. We drive up. We're fucking stoked. As soon as we get in, we're like, all right, we're gonna go party tonight. So we've been driving all day. We get there. My sister drops us off at this bar, and we're just gonna grab a cab back to the place we're staying. Right. So we get there. We party. We have a great time. And then when we leave, which the bar didn't close, we just decided we were done. We're like, all right, we're too fucked up. We gotta go. So there's a lot of other stuff that we can't share on YouTube that happened that night. But we end up walking down the beach in Panama City, and I think we're smoking weed, right? Probably smoking weed or something. And the security guard comes up and he's shining a flashlight on us, and we think we're about to get like busted or something. So we kind of like put it out or whatever. He's like, "No, it's cool, it's cool. I'm just making sure you guys aren't like hanging out around here like for this hotel." So we just start talking with the guy. We're super baked and hammered. We start talking with this guy, and he says, "Yeah, I've been working here for 20 years, and I grew up here, and blah blah blah." And Malcolm's like, "Well, what's the craziest thing you've ever seen, like on spring break?" And he goes, "Me? Craziest thing I've ever seen, huh?" And he shines this like military grade flashlight on like the 11th story of this building. He goes, "I saw a bitch fall from there straight to the ground, splat." Right?
He goes,
just
exploded on the table.
Fell over the thing, fell over the railing.
She survived? No, she's dead.
So that kind of killed the mood a little bit. We're like, oh shit.
Yeah, I think it's some crazy spring break story. They took him into a room or something. No.
Just a girl died. Didn't he say like, yeah, they came the next day and were pressure washing her blood off the pool?
Yeah. Nothing to see here, folks.
Just like a tooth and some hair, nails. Oh, terrible stuff.
He's kind of like the personified version of like, you remember that episode of South Park with the finger bang band, and that fucking security guard keeps macing everyone. Like, what? Huh? Speaking of that, did you see the vaccination special?
No, but don't tell me about it because I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch. I haven't got to it yet. I saw the little trailer. It was like a bunch of old people. They drive by the school and they're like, "See you later, nerds," because they all got vaccinated.
Well, the kids end up like trying to get vaccines for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And then they face off against spoiler. Well, it's not really spoiler, but they face off against it like QAnon kids, right? And the news is covering it, and you go, like the South Park fucking news anchors, they talk real funny and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
He goes, "Hey Tom, this is great to see here. These kids really standing up for what they believe in, blah blah." And he's talking about the piling them, bringing the vaccines to teachers or whatever. And he goes, "Yeah, I guess you could say the same thing about the QAnon kids. I mean, if they're just standing up for what they believe in, and if it's true, it's pretty fucking terrible." he goes, "Fuck you, Tom."
Well, it's funny because like they put that shit out. I remember when like all this stuff was happening, I was thinking like, oh, this is gonna be crazy when South Park gets a hold of it. You know what I mean? And it's finally like starting to come true. Like they're starting to
It's one of the
get
rare
to date
episodes though I
now.
couldn't tell what they were trying to say because there's usually like an underlying message in all their shows. It
Mhm.
was just like you couldn't really tell which way they were.
Which way they're leaning.
Yeah, it was almost like this is so ridiculous, like they can't even make sense of it. I don't know.
Well, God bless South Park. All right, on to the next one. I think we kind of skipped that question, but what's the most mad we've ever been at each other? I don't know. I can't really think of one off the top of my head. Can you think of one? I mean, I guess that one where you made us walk 7 miles. That was probably pretty frustrating. But
Yeah.
I do remember one time we got in a huge argument. It was me, you, and another guy that like we went to college with about if Renee Zellweger was in Dazed and Confused. Do you remember that?
No, she was.
No, she wasn't. That was the thing. I was convinced she was, but I guess she wasn't, or vice versa. Whatever it was, I was convinced that I was right, and I think I stormed out of the apartment and didn't talk to you for a day or something stupid.
Dude, I
like
swear
that.
she's in Dazed and Confused.
And maybe that. See, I don't even remember what it was. Maybe that's what it is, and I was arguing she's not. Like that's not her or whatever.
Yeah,
I don't
she's
remember.
in it for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Well, speaking of Days Confused, I did watch that movie. Everybody Wants Some. It's pretty good. And I was like, man, this feels like Dazed and Confused. End of the movie. It's Richard Linklater who made fucking Dazed and Confused. So I was like, oh, that makes sense. But
Yeah,
that line about the dick in the door, that's all timer. All timer.
Yeah, talk about how his dick's average.
Yeah, he's like, he just goes up to all these women and he just talks about how average his dick is. And they're like, well, why would he do that? And he goes, because all these girls are tired about everybody talking about how big their dick is. He's like, you hear about putting your foot in the door. This guy puts his dick in the door. So, all right, next question. What's up, guys? Love the show so far. Okay, this is interesting. This is an interesting thought here. What's up, guys? Loving the show so far. I like the mix of current events and sports, and I myself am a huge MMA fan. I like that you use the word mix a lot, and you also used MMA, which is mixed martial arts. So maybe guys just mixing it up. You know what I mean? So I like that you mix in some UFC talk here and there when you were recapping last week's event. Though you kind of just breezed over Amanda Nunes and how dominant her win was. I have a serious question for you guys here. And with how great Nunes is, do you think she could ever cross over and fight one of the men at her weight class? And how do you think that would go? I know it will never happen, but just thought it would be interesting to hear you guys break it down. Keep up the good work. Danny from Hamilton, which I have no idea where Hamilton is. Hamilton
I mean,
Beach?
if she's fighting like an average man who doesn't do MMA in her weight class, she'd probably kick their ass, but a professional? No.
Well, so this is what I think here. So she fights
This
at
isn't
one.
like I can't remember her name, but what's her name playing the fucking tennis open, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Serena.
Yeah. And most of these dudes are, what weight class we talking? Most of these dudes are cutting weight. I don't feel like these chicks ain't really cutting too much
That's
weight.
true. So she fights at the weight class of the fight we just saw where the guy kneed the guy in the head, Peter Yan and Aljamain Sterling. So her versus Aljamain Sterling. He's a small man, but again, she has to cut a little weight to get down to 135, and she has hands of steel. You know what I mean? Like if she punches a guy in the face, there's a chance she could knock him out. But I think that the level, it's so tough, man. The level of where she's, well, this is the thing. This is what I was going to say. Is
you could essentially say Khabib could cut down to her.
No, that's way too much. No, I was going to say, listen, this is what I was trying to say. At the weight class, even with her, 135 to 135, there's no chance. Aljamain Sterling, Peter Yan would knock out Amanda Nunes in a fight, right? I was trying to say, if there was a weight class like 20 pounds below her, could she fight a guy that small? We're talking about like a 115-pound man. I don't know. She has the punching power, but I don't think she could compete with the men. I think fighting's just so different. You know what I mean? Like you said, Serena going over to play the men in tennis, that's one thing. I just don't know, man. I don't see that.
Even then, Serena's a beast. She's stacked. She's huge. And her serve is probably still like 20 miles per hour lower than a man's.
Of course. That's what I'm saying. Same thing with Amanda Nunes. She's a giant. She hits hard. But like,
now if we're talking like, man, a Gabriella type female, fighting.
What was her last name? I don't even remember. The Gabriella, the women's basketball player is actually a man. Yeah. Or used to be a man.
Yeah.
50-year-old retired Marine playing women's college basketball. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I
Can
don't.
you imagine saying that like 10 years ago?
I can't imagine saying it now. It's hard to really think about saying it now. The other thing is, so
Or being like
What?
his whoever his superior in the military, be like, you guys gonna play college women's basketball one day.
the bet I've seen him hoop. I've seen him hoop. Wait till the women get a hold of this woman.
You think he could snipe? Wait till you see him shoot.
So, yeah, to answer your question, I don't think that it would work out for Amanda Nunes. Not to take anything away from her, she's the greatest women's mixed martial artist to ever live. I was listening to again.
That's gonna happen, and when it does, I think it'll be the first and last time it happens.
That'll never happen. They'll never let that happen. Now, I think that it's interesting listening to Joe Rogan, right? So this is another thing. She Clarissa Shields, I think is her name. She was just on Rogan the other day. I listened to that episode, and she fights with men in sparring. And she's like, and sometimes they come in like, oh, it's a woman, and then I catch them with one, and that changes. All of a sudden, they're fighting hard. You know what I mean? So, but even so, she's fighting guys. They even mentioned it. She's fighting guys 30 pounds lighter than her. You know what I mean? So, weight to weight, like a 135-pound man versus a man, it's not gonna happen. Now, obviously, it's fighting. You have a puncher's chance, just like anyone else, and she punches hard. So, who knows? But I
would say like a grappling match would be interesting because like,
yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, that's
tough because like the flexibility would be way better.
It plays,
but the strength, could they hold the submission or something?
It's not all about strength though, because you can use the other person's weight against them.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So there's ways that would be interesting. Yeah, I agreed. That if you have the skill set, then that would definitely be interesting. All right, so that's the end of the emails. Thank you guys, everybody, for emailing in. Again, podcastgame@gmail.com. And since we're live. Be sure to follow us follow us on Twitter and Instagram so you can see next time we go live.
So what about like a fighter though, just like notoriously for a glass jaw though? That'd be interesting.
Yeah, like somebody just one punch gets knocked out all the time.
Yeah. It's just, you know what I'm saying.
That's what I said. Like if she stands, if
you're telling me they're not going to set this up in Abu Dhabi or something, you know, some unsanctioned,
not UFC. Maybe some
not UFC. They're doing bare knuckle boxing. We're getting there. We are getting there.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like if even Aljamain, even like Aljamain Sterling or Peter Yan, the guys that are the champs in that weight class, if they stand in the ring, just like walk out of the ring and stand there and let Amanda Nunes punch them, they'll eventually get knocked out. You know what I mean? She has the power to do it. It's just that they're just used to getting hit by guys way harder than that. You know what I mean? Like it's just, it's just different. So, all right. So got a couple things to talk about. Do you have anything particular you wanted to talk about this episode, Malcolm, before we get started?
Go ahead. Take it away. Your big day.
I have it's my big day, St. Patrick's Day. We'll start with this. So I had a little bit of an incident at a Publix the other day that I wanted to share. So if you're not familiar with Publix,
I've been to Publix with you.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm thinking somebody else had an incident and you were involved.
We'll see. So if you're not familiar with Publix, it's a supermarket, grocery store here in the South, specifically, I think it's from Lakeland, Florida. So I think it started here in Florida. And they're kind of known. Yeah. They're kind of known for just being like, everything's clean. It's a little bit more expensive. The way I would describe it to the other grocery stores,
is fantastic.
Lighting is grade A, but it's like the Target compared to Walmart. You know what I mean? Like it's the Target version of like grocery stores, right? Everything's just a little bit nicer. But one thing they have that anybody that's even come down here for like a vacation will go back home and talk about are these pub subs. They're unreal. They have great deli meat. They make these fantastic. They have this bread they put them on. It's just really good. They're a good deal. They're not super expensive. Also, the chicken tender, you get like these great chicken tenders cut up, put in a sub. That's besides the point. But they're just known for these. They're a little deli, right? It's kind of like a novelty item. You get fantastic. So
one of the most things I miss about Florida.
Correct, and a lot of people that move away from Florida say that expatriate Florida. I don't know, people that don't live here anymore. ex-residents we'll mention. So, and at these deli, right, they'll have a sub of the day. And the way it works, the sub of the day is once a week they put out a sub for that week. That's
Can already see where this is going.
yeah. So you put it out, it's on sale, right? So you sometimes it's $1 off, $2 off. Sometimes it's like a new sub they're trying to get people to buy as $1 off or something like that, right? So I walk in the other day. Boy, your boy's hungry. You know what I mean? Looking for a sub, trying to get just something to eat, you know? So I go in there and I see the sub of the day is the ultimate. The ultimate sub is the sub of the day. And not only is it on sale, it's $3 off. Okay. Which is a hell of a deal. It's $5.99 for this giant sub, right? It's turkey, roast beef, and ham. That's what's
I didn't say you didn't get the deal.
Well, it's turkey, roast beef, and ham. And you know me, I'm not big on ham as like a sandwich, in a sandwich. I like ham like at Thanksgiving, like a honey baked ham is solid. I like ham like, you know, maybe occasional pork chop, but I don't go crazy for it. Not a big ham guy. So I see the ultimate sub. I'm like, hell yeah, that sounds great.
Trying to say you don't go ham.
I don't go ham. No, I do not go hard as a motherfucker. I do not. So I walk up to the counter and I'm like, hey, let me get that ultimate sub, Munster cheese, mayonnaise, mustard, whatever. So she starts putting it together. I'm like, oh, and by the way, I don't want the ham. And she goes, oh, okay. So she starts like putting it together and she's like, oh, just so you know, since you're not getting the ham on the ultimate, it's a specialty sub. So it's going to be full price. And I said, no, it's not. I want you to make the sub just how you normally would, but I want you to take the ham and throw it in the fucking garbage. Okay. And then I'm going to get the $3 off. I'm getting less stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not adding anything else. I'm getting less stuff. I'm still getting the $3 off. Right. So she goes, well, no, unfortunately, the way the deal works, like, I don't understand how the fucking deal works.
Yeah.
The way the deal works, you have to have the ham on the sandwich. And I said,
no,
you don't.
All of a sudden, she's the head of the marketing department.
Exactly. I'm like, well, no, you don't. I can get the sub however the fuck I want, you know, because that's the way it is. You come in here, you tell them what you want. If I want the ultimate a certain way, that's how you want it. And the way I want it is with the ham and the fucking garbage. But I said, you know what? You can save the ham and give it to someone else. I'll gladly pay the full price for the ham. You know what I mean?
I'm not asking. Right, I'll take the ham on the side.
We're getting there. So I said, like, just save the ham, give it to someone else, repurpose the ham. I'm paying for the ham. Everybody wins. Who's angry about that? Nobody. If you put the ham on the sandwich and I get it, I'm not going to fucking eat it. So you're still giving it to me for the same price. Now you get to keep it and you give it to someone else and save some money, right? She goes, I understand what you're saying, but the rules are the rules. So now I'm starting to get angry, right? So I said, okay, that's fine. Make my sandwich and we'll deal with that when we get there. So she puts the sandwich together and I go, oh, hey, this is how I want it made. I want you to put the mayo and mustard. Then I want you to put the turkey, the roast beef, the lettuce, the tomatoes, onions, all that. And at the very top, I want you to put the ham on top. So when I open the fucking sandwich up, I can throw it in the fucking garbage and I don't have to dig through the sandwich to get the ham. She goes, I can't do that. Why not? Yeah, why not? She goes, because I know what you're trying to do. What? And that's what I said. Like, what am I trying to do? Not eat the ham? Yes, that is exactly what I'm trying to do. That's what I did. So I'm like, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to eat the ham. That's the whole point of me explaining this to you. And you're making this very difficult over $3. And I'm not paying it's on principle now. It's $3. I'm going to fuck. I'm not paying that $3. And that's the thing. I'm not asking for you to take the ham off and replace it with more roast beef and turkey. I'm fine losing 33% of the meat here, man. I'm fine with it. I just want no fucking ham on my sandwich. So anyways, she gets the manager. Manager comes down. I explain the situation thinking, here we go. We're seeing the light now. And she goes, well, yeah, but the deal's on the ultimate. I'm well aware of that. She goes, yeah, so you need to have ham, roast beef, and chicken or turkey on your sub. Okay, that's fine. I want the ham on the top of the sandwich. So when it's done, I can take it and throw it in the garbage and not have to dig through my sub. She goes, well, no, that's cheating the system. Okay. And I said, all right, that's fine. Whatever. Make the sub however you want. So they made the fucking sub. And then as soon as it was done, I opened it up, took the ham, handed it back to him on a thing and said, here you go. You can keep it. And I left and fucking ate the sub at home.
So wait, the manager said that too?
Yes. Manager wasn't. Same deal. Well, that's cheating the system. Cheating the system. Cheating the system with ham, man.
Saving you
It's-
ham.
Saving you ham. Exactly. So I was like, man, because that's the thing. No disrespect to anybody that may listen to this that works at Publix. They do employ some fucking idiots. Pretty much anybody can get a job at Publix, right? And they're always very nice. Like there's literally disabled people that work at Publix. Every now and then there's a guy at the register who doesn't even speak like words. You know what I mean? Like he just says things and everyone there goes, yes, Timmy, yes, yes, that's true. You do have to get home to watch the Jeffersons tonight. And it's like, what is he talking about? Jeffersons isn't even on fucking TV. But yeah, so usually you don't have these issues at places like Publix, but I was so upset. Ruined my day, ruined the sandwich, couldn't even taste it. Like I had COVID, just couldn't even taste it. Tastes like shit. So
I like him.
Your boys had a week. Your boys had a week.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is the other thing. Not a big fan of this daylight savings time bullshit. Not sure why we still do it.
No,
Not a fan of it. Not a fan.
ridiculous.
Of it. So
I didn't even know it was happening until like that day.
yeah, I was on my phone. Yeah, I was on my phone, and all of a sudden it's 4 a.m. or 3 a.m. What?
Yeah, spring forward, huh?
Yeah.
So
Fuck that.
stupid.
It's for these farmers.
No, that's wrong.
That's
false.
what's supposed to be, right?
No, it's wrong.
What is it then? Enlighten me.
It was like something to do with like voting or something back in the day, or give them an extra hour to travel or some shit like that. John Oliver did like a whole special on it back in the day. It has nothing to do with farmers. Nobody's
It's
even
also-
farming. It's cold.
Well, also there's like certain states that are just like, yeah, we're not doing that. So it's like, how does that work?
Most of the world.
Yeah. Well, also just Arizona just doesn't do it. Just don't do daylight savings time. So I don't understand how that works. How could they
See-
be on a different time than everyone else?
I seen your boy got traded.
Who's that?
The old Hitler from the Miami Heat.
Oh yeah, to OKC. They also said that he's just not going to play. Like his career might be over. Myers Leonard.
Yeah, you
said that
can't be
a
only
Nazi.
LeBron James could make comments like that.
That's true. And we've seen in the past when it comes to these controversial topics. and
Speaking of
things that-
LeBron, I don't like him trying to taint the Red Sox.
Yeah, hold on. We'll get to that. But yeah, but the thing we've learned in the past is it goes with your skill level. They go hand in hand. Depending on how good you are, it's how much you can get away with. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like Ray Rice had a down year, beat that chick up in the elevator, career over.
done.
If he was a leading rusher in the NFL, someone would have taken a chance on it. Look at it, Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown's got countless chances.
I
It's
was-
because he's good.
Doing an internship with the Ravens too that year before
hmm
the training camp before. Nicest guy you ever met. Only person.
Really?
Oh my god. Only person that tipped any of the equipment people, gave him free money. And I remember he was in the equipment room one time, and he was telling us about how he was getting married to that chick. It was that year, and he's like, I'm gonna have like 6 bachelor parties. It's like one in Vegas, one in here. I'm like, that sounds like bad news.
yeah,
And
it
sure
does.
enough, dude, one of those.
One
was
of the
in-
6.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you roll the dice 6 times. Eventually, you're hitting snake eyes. You know what I'm
Him
saying?
and-
It did
him and
happen in Las
Brian McKinney
Vegas.
were so funny, dude. They're like good friends and shit. And Ray Rice is so small. Fucking McKinney's huge. It's hilarious. I mean, he's short. He ain't small. That motherfucker is like a fridge, dude.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm kind of surprised that because it seemed like his wife forgave him, which I mean she probably shouldn't have, but they're still together. And it seems like you said, saying he's a nice guy. I've kind of heard that.
I'm not
same
gonna
thing
stick
that-
up for Ray Rice, but because I met him. Yeah, I seen the video and she came in
The
hot.
video's
He clipped
tough.
her.
The video's tough. You're a Ray Rice apologist all of a sudden.
I mean, he just kind of leaned back and he didn't like talk back or go in, lean
he put
into
his-
it.
He put his hips into it a little bit.
Nah, I think
It's
he
hard to
was-
defend. Once you see that video, it's hard to defend. Then you like also drag her by her hair back into the elevator and pressing the button to get back upstairs.
Yeah, but it was like half-hearted, dude. He was
Oh, okay.
like, he's short, dude. Carrying a chick like that, it's not easy.
Yeah, Ray Rice, that video, he's just misunderstood, It's taken out of
Hey, man.
context.
He's a nice. I think so. He's a nice guy. I'll stick up for him.
I do remember, it's funny you say that because I do remember like when it first happened, that people were like, well, we don't know what she said. I'm like, it doesn't fucking matter what she said, dude. He's
Nowadays,
a pro
you'd be like, yo, she
athlete.
called me the N-word. He'd be straight.
Could you imagine?
Create a
Could you
paradox.
imagine? Could you imagine? That'd be classic. That'd be classic. She gets
Beat up a
canceled.
woman, but she called the N-word. You'd be like, all right.
She gets canceled, and then she has to go on these interviews with this blood, like just swollen shut eye. Like,
Yeah. Everybody knows.
I'm sorry what I
being
said.
black does not nowadays does not disqualify you from being a racist at all.
Yeah. Well,
Because if you're a black Trump supporter, you're clearly a racist. They've proven that many times.
well, I'm tired of talking about Trump, but since you brought him up, I do have something interesting, right? So obviously he's talking about running again in 2024, and I saw this guy I was in Costco. Again, like I said, I had a week, dude. I had so much crazy shit happen to me this week. But one of the things, I'm in Costco getting this prescription filled, and the guy in front of me, he's talking to me back and forth, right? And he's like, yeah, it's a shame we got this president now, and hopefully Trump's running again in 2024. And he goes, you know what I heard? I'm like, what's that? And he goes, I heard he's getting real tan for 2024. Living down in Myanmar, he's getting real tan. And he's like, so he's gonna get that Hispanic vote. I'm like, I don't think, in my head, I'm like, I don't think that's how it works, dude. But okay.
He already got the Hispanic vote.
Okay,
so crushed it.
Okay, don't care about that. What I was gonna say is, so what happens is, like, all right, he goes away for a few years, right? Just goes underground. He comes back for his campaign in 2 years to start getting it ramped up. He's super tan. He's fucking jacked. He's just fucking, he's been roided out in fucking Myanmar on the beach in like a thong bikini, just getting that fucking old man
country, dude. Because then we're like officially in an idiocracy. I'm out, dude.
But he's been out there tanning in that yellow fucking thong bikini, just getting like that old man leather tan.
When Kramer falls asleep in the fucking tanning bed.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Just that leathery. It looks like his skin's gonna peel off. It's so fucking tan. It looks like a fucking saddle, like a horse saddle color.
I had this. Living in Florida, you get these relatives that come down from the north, dude, and they it's like you stuck them in an oven.
Yeah,
I had this relative, dude, she'd go to my aunt's house and just fall asleep on a raft in the pool, and not like accidentally,
Yeah, I mean, of course.
She'd come out and be like, "Whoa."
Look like my shirt.
Yeah, you change ethnicities in 4 hours.
It's also how you get skin cancer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can't fuck around with that shit here in Florida. They'll get you. Because it's the other thing about Florida is it's like the constant sunlight. Like if it rains for a little while, the sun's right back in 10 minutes. You know what I mean? So it's like you get out there for a little while, you fall asleep on the beach, you're in for a rough one.
Yeah, you'll get cooked, but it's the humidity too. Out here in Colorado, I swear to God, though, it's like you're being literally baked.
Yeah,
like the sun hurts. It feels like you're getting cooked from the inside. It's like there's in Florida, you got all the air and the moisture in between. Out here, there's nothing in between. It's just like and you go in the shade, it's 20 degrees fucking cooler. It's crazy.
You're also elevated, so I mean, technically, you're closer to the sun. I don't know how much of a difference that makes.
It literally hurts.
Yeah. So I was also thinking, right? What's funny is. You look at you think of all these people that move down here, right? And they they come from these other places all over the Northeast, and mostly, and some people are from out west. But I have a bunch of family just like you that live in the Northeast, right? And I go up there for the summer sometimes, and I remember like going up, we were like going down because we're in town, the family's in town, they want to go look at the sites or all the tourist shit, and they come outside with us. Yeah, I'm like, man, it feels fantastic here. And they're just sweating buckets. You know what I mean? Just bucket. Yeah. It's like it's 84 degrees and they're dying. And it's like, are you kidding me? Like, you know what I deal with every day? It was 84 in December, dude.
My first trip to Thailand, I went with this kid I knew from work. Big mistake. But he was from Minnesota, dude. This guy looks like he was going through fucking drug withdrawals.
Really?
He was just pouring sweat, dude. It was disgusting. All the time people are like, you just take shower? It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, because Thailand's like that tropical that tropical climate, right? So it's like
It's
wet.
it's pretty similar to Florida.
Yeah.
I mean, Bangkok's a little hotter. I went to Da Nang though in Vietnam. That shit was like on another level, dude. It was
Really?
so, I mean, literally shirt just soaked within 5 minutes. Even my girl, she's from Thailand, and it was just she was sweating. They never
Really?
how people be in like Florida weather in a sweater and pants, dude. They just don't sweat. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I mean that's I don't know. I guess that's genetics at work. So many
Yeah,
years.
they've been there for
and-
thousands of years.
Yeah. All right. So another thing I wanted to talk about. um, so like I said, I had a week. So one of the things I'm dealing with is kind of hard to explain without being fucking absolutely disgusting, but I'm gonna try it anyway. So I was dealing with some really nasty heartburn stuff last week, right?
Mhm.
Getting older, just starting to deal with dumb shit like that. So I had one night where I ate some pizza, right? And it was literally like coming back up when I was laying down in bed. So I go to the counter and I had some like Tums. So I had like this bottle of Tums. I just kept eating Tums until the heartburn dissipated, right? I probably ate like 14 Tums, right? Which is way too many. But that's how many it took. And eventually like it stopped. So I was able to go to sleep. This is where the problem arises. The next morning when I wake up,
Get a rainbow.
well, no. I guess I ate too many Tums and I was severely constipated. Like my whole body hurt, like just the pressure in your stomach and your chest, from being constipated. So I went like 3 days without taking a shit. And then when I did,
It's the old above sea level, I call it.
yeah. Why is that?
Well, the mountain, dude, and the water
Yeah.
below. You're above sea level.
Well, let me just say this: when the Tums finally cleared my system and I was able to let loose, it was a borderline religious experience in there. I'm talking about. I felt like I was in a different plane of existence. I was starting to get lightheaded. I was just
Almost came.
yeah. Hey, I don't want to get too graphic, but almost would be inaccurate. Yeah. So I mean, it was rough, man, rough. So I had to go to my doctor. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I might be dying, and I had to switch to this medicine that's going to help me with like my heartburn or whatever. But that's where I ended up seeing the guy, the Trump supporter guy. So yeah, I mean, interesting stuff. Interesting few days. Have you ever had that? Just like severe constipation?
Yeah, twice.
Yeah.
One time after surgery, because you're taking so much fucking Percocet and Oxycontin
Mm-hmm.
that I don't know, you just get constipated from it.
Mm-hmm.
And then one time was like 13. I thought my appendix was bursting.
2013 or when you were 13 years old?
I was like 13. I had this crazy pain in like exactly where my appendix was. It was like horrible.
Yeah.
Couldn't eat, couldn't do nothing, couldn't do nothing. Went to the hospital. They're like pressing on the area. They're like, yeah, I think it's the appendix. I don't know. Blah, blah. I got to drink this liquid. You can't eat for 24 hours and shit. Anyways, I'm in the hospital. We're already $5,000 deep into this.
Yeah, of course.
Finally, because like you drink that liquid so your insides glow or whatever when you take the CAT scan, where the fuck it is.
Yeah.
Anyways, drink the liquid, take the scan, and finally eat again. Mom gets me McDonald's, take a huge shit. Fucking big gas bubble in my fucking right side, dude, for like 4 days. Yeah.
Oh. I had it one other time. It wasn't quite that bad. But mine was after like a surgery, like similar to yours. But it wasn't from the medication. It was the anesthesia. I guess I had like a bad reaction to the anesthesia. And, after surgery, all you want to do is eat. Like, you couldn't eat the night before and like all you want to do is eat. And the more I ate, the worse I felt. But I just remember, like you said, it was just huge gas bump. And then when that let loose, it went loose, but not like anything I just had this last week. Like I said, I was on a different planet. When they talk about people taking DMT or tripping on LSD. That's how I felt, dude. I felt like I was seeing faces. I was like, what is going
Communicating
on
with
here?
aliens through your
Yeah.
asshole.
Yeah, I was, like this and there. Yeah, it was interesting. All right. So we got about 10 minutes left. Let's talk about this. What are you watching on TV right now?
Oh, nothing, man. I've been playing a shit ton of poker.
Yeah?
A little too much.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Depends how you're doing. If you're winning, it's never too much.
Just learned how to play Omaha high-low. That shit's pretty fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get 4 cards instead of 2. And the
yeah. Omaha. Yep.
Yeah, that shit. But have you played high-low?
Familiar with it, yes.
Where you split the pot if you have the lowest hand?
Yep.
Pretty good shit.
Well, the thing that gets dangerous with that is that when you start just like being in the middle over and over and over and over and over, you're like, what the fuck? I can't even lose good. Can't even lose good. I'm not even good enough at losing.
I also like made my way into like this satellite. I played a satellite tournament. It was like $3, and if you get first or second place, you get a ticket, $88 ticket, right? So I get the $88 ticket.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, fuck yeah, playing this, $88 ticket. Fucking, if you 54th place, it gets $275. First is $10,000. I'm like,
okay,
let's go, baby. Nah, bro. Real quick.
Well,
fucking, I've never watched some of this fucking. Can't wait till they legalize it, because some of these online fucking casinos.
Yeah, they're sketchy, man. I had that one time.
Bro.
I had this one time where I was getting really into playing blackjack on those online casinos, and I was winning some money, win some money, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna do one big hand, and if I win here, I'm out.
Every time it's gone.
Yeah,
I've done that so many times.
Right away. Yeah, I've also had this one where this guy hit like an 11 card 21. I don't even know if that's possible, but it was just 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, ace, 2, 3, 21. I'm like, are you what the dealer? I'm like, what the fuck?
And every time on these things, if you go heads up against a bigger stack, it's like the card they need's always coming up. No doubt. You're ahead in the 100%. Hand. You're for sure gonna win. No, that the one card they need is
kidding.
Up.
Yep.
You have the odds, but their card comes up.
All right. Before we get out of here, something I just saw. Former Maverick Sean Bradley paralyzed in a bicycle accident. That's terrible.
It's a big wheelchair.
Yeah, no kidding. Jesus Christ.
Just chop a car in half.
They just give them like one of those the smart cars or whatever they call it. Just one of those to take a roof off.
Fucking what's it called? The spider, the trike, or whatever the fuck is called.
Yeah. That's what I was talking. Yeah. The 3-wheel.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So before we get out of here, I do have a few things to share with you. So let's start with this one. This one is something that came across my timeline. You gotta wait for it though. You gotta wait for it. All right, you ready? So there's people chilling under a tree. And all of a sudden, pow! 3 of them drop, and then number 4.
Was that lightning?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they say don't stand under trees.
Yeah, no kidding. But look, the delay kills me. It's just like, oh, he's fine. Oh, no, he's not. He's also dead. They end up all being fine, by the way. All 4 of them lived.
Just a little shock.
And this is a little bit of
you sent it to me, but I didn't watch it.
You didn't watch it? Okay, so good. I'm glad you didn't watch it. We can watch it now. If you get offended by fat jokes, first of all, fuck you. No, I'm just kidding. But you may not want to watch this. So this is a battle rap. Tay Rock versus Official.
Fat chick's about to get insulted. Sponsored by caffeine.
Yeah. So Tay Rock versus Official, sponsored by caffeine. So just if you're listening at home, this one you can do without the video. Just sit back and enjoy the next minute 50 because it's pretty good.
Fat body bitch, you ping pong paddle body bitch. Use a taco body bitch, Johnny Bravo body bitch, weird shaped body bitch, Silverback 8 body bitch. You are a McDonald's ice cream cone shaped body bitch. I don't know if you should lose or gain weight body bitch, stink body bitch, upper half army take body bitch. You got that Queen Latifah from Set It Off body bitch. You are a Mark Henry body bitch. Bitch, you are an upside down bowling pin figure body bitch. I'ma keep it going. You are a Quasimodo body bitch. Upper half Lizzo, Bottom half Tory Doe body, bitch. You got a can't even shop at Forever 21 for your clothes body, bitch. You got a car oil funnel shaped body, bitch. Blanca from Street Fighter in the face body, bitch. Big T now that he lost weight body, bitch. You Ricky Lake body, bitch. I'ma keep it going. You're a linebacker body, bitch. You Chicago Bear Brian Urlacher body, bitch. You got a potato
bitch the whole
when it is rotten body, bitch. You can't afford a Dr. Miami Dream body, bitch. You can take baths and be a clean body, bitch. But it won't change the fact that you still got a butterbean body, bitch. You shaped like an upside down fifth of Henny bottle, bitch. You look at Casey J and Jazz and wish you could switch bodies, bitch. You got a chubby grizzly cub bear body, bitch. You are upside down shaped pear body, bitch. I'ma keep it going. You probably a hairy body, bitch. You are a Medea and Tyler Perry body, bitch. You ain't got a petite and precious body, bitch. Your upper half is like Monique and precious body, bitch. You's a hefty body, bitch. You's a messy body, bitch. Bell pepper body, bitch. Uncle Fester body, bitch. I'ma keep it going. You got a cotton candy on a cone body, bitch. You DNA tooth body, bitch. You got a manatee and a whale body, bitch. Camel body, bitch. Upside down banjo body, bitch. Rambo body, bitch. Fucking melted candle body, bitch. I'ma stop.
Jesus Christ.
You are a Roseanne body, bitch. You are upside down Bill Snowman body, bitch.
Did he win?
Yeah, I hope so. I fucking hope so.
I guess. Jesus Christ.
She might have murdered him after the show. That's what you gotta do. There's no coming back from that. You just have to kill that guy.
I guess it was some. Yeah, I know. It seemed kind of lazy on his part, but
Lazy. Some of those were classic. Upside down snowman.
no, they are. But it's like, all right, we get it. Let's move on to the next.
All right, so we have a comment. Gorin the Great Scam Podcast live? Question mark. Yes, we are live. First time. So we're gonna try to do this more often. Well, next time we'll give you guys a heads up so you have a little bit of an idea window of when we're going live. I'll try to set up the notifications too so that you get a notification when we go live on YouTube and all that jazz. Before we get out of here, though, let's talk a little NFL free agency. Your boys, the Patriots, make some moves.
Yeah, too many to keep up with.
Yeah, Matthew Judon from the
I'm not
Ravens.
overly impressed with any of them, but
I like the Jonu Smith from the Titans, the tight end. He's very good. And Hunter Henry from the Chargers tight end. So you're going to have that 2 tight end set up again. The thing is, you still don't really have a quarterback. I don't really trust Cam Newton can.
yeah, they
do it.
re-signed him, right? I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
I don't know about that.
There were some rumors they're going to try to trade for Jimmy G, which I wouldn't hate, but I wouldn't love that.
They gotta
either.
do
You
that.
have
They
to
gotta
get-
trade for Jimmy G.
If you give up a lot for him, though, you're kind of
Maybe they're just gonna wait, see if he tanks it again this year, and then really get him. Probably get him in free agency shit. Or
Yeah.
waiver or some shit.
The other thing that I don't know how I
Kyle
feel
Van
about.
Noy's back. That's nice.
Yeah, Kyle Van Noy's back. Yeah. So the defense should be, and with Matthew Judon, I mean,
classic Patriots. They go
Yeah.
somewhere else.
that's what they just did with Trent Brown. They went to the Raiders and they traded him,
Yo.
got him back.
Yeah, is that the? Oh no, I'm thinking of Yeah, I'm thinking of Trent. I thought we got Trent Williams. That guy's a fucking it.
Yeah,
Best in the
yeah.
league.
He's on the 49ers. He re-signed with the 49ers. But Trent Brown was on the Patriots. The Raiders signed him last offseason, and the Patriots just traded and got him back.
Mhm.
So I don't know. I think it's a lot of moves. It's a lot of money.
It's funny. Everybody else is a product of the system except Brady.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's also like, and I told you we were texting back and forth about it. It's the most. They're close. They're going to pass and spend the most money anyone's ever spent in one free agency. And I hope that lights a little bit of a fire under Brady. You know, just kind of like, oh, really? 20 years.
Clearly,
of,
the fire's
pinching
lit under
pennies?
Belichick.
Yeah, it has to be. You have to respond. And Kraft. I'm sure they're not happy. You know, so we'll see what happens with that. I do like some of the moves. Some of the other ones, like you said, are a little confusing. Still not having a quarterback is confusing. Bucks. Pretty much.
I mean, he's
kept
going
everybody.
all in on the defense end, right? I mean,
Yeah.
that's what he's doing.
And that's the thing. A lot of those guys that were, opted out, like Dante Hightower, are going to be back next. The defense is going to be elite
I mean,
next year.
Brady's first 3
So-
Super Bowls. I mean, he got it done in the end, but a
Yeah.
lot of those teams were.
They were built on defense. No, they were. They were built on defense. So we'll see what happens with that. Like I said, Bucks were able to keep Shaq Barrett. They were able to re-sign Gronk. They restructured Brady's deal, gave him a year extension. Who else? There's a big one I'm missing.
He's probably got some crazy incentive to win the Super Bowl.
Oh, for sure.
Some
There's
crazy
another one I'm
bonus.
missing. Who'd they re-sign? It was a big free agent. How the fuck can I not remember?
They signed
Chris
some
Go-
receivers, I think.
They franchise tag Chris Godwin. It was a defender. Oh, Levante David. They re-signed Levante David. They kept pretty much everybody. They're working on re-signing Sue. It'll be interesting to see if they keep Antonio
Is
Brown
that
and
Whitehead
Fournette.
still under contract?
Whitehead.
Is it Whitehead? That fucking linebacker, Devontae White. Is that his name?
No, Devin White. No, he's only in his second year.
That's such an animal.
He's a monster, dude. Well, that's the thing. He obviously has been fantastic, but part of that is Levante David's there too. You know what I mean? You can't block both of them. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
one of them is getting home. So, and also I think Devin White will be nice because eventually he'll transition into like that outside linebacker role, coming off the edge. So right now he just plays that middle linebacker and kind of clogs up the middle, but I think eventually he'll fit right nice into that where the hole that Jason Pierre-Paul will leave when he leaves. So, all right, that should do it. Thank you, everybody.
Whoa. What about LeBron trying to get in on
So that's what I was going to say.
socks?
It's actually not.
Boston likes that.
Yeah, well, it's actually a move that is not really a move, and it's actually bad for LeBron. So what happened was LeBron already was part owner of Liverpool, which is owned by Fenway Sports Group, which owns the Red Sox, and they reset up the way it works. He had to buy into the sports group, and he couldn't just own Liverpool to continue his ownership. He had to buy into the entire sports group. So he does technically own 1% of the Red Sox now, but he just moved money from one spot to the other. So it doesn't really matter.
Pick him
So,
up. No,
yeah, it's crazy that $750 million only gets you 1% of the Red Sox. That's fucking
bro.
nuts.
I mean,
so
the Red Sox are going to be worth so much, dude.
it's a couple billion, but I mean, it's because it's not just the Red Sox. It's this motor racing group, this fucking Liverpool football or soccer, and then the Red Sox too.
Yeah,
So
1% is like, what's that, like 750 billion worth? Something crazy.
crazy. Doesn't even make sense. Yeah, that guy John Henry, very rich. So, all right, we'll be back next week.
Oh.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Oh, we have one more thing.
I
What's up?
watched The Last Kingdom or the Lost Pirate Kingdom. This shit's fire.
The Lost Pirate Kingdom. Okay,
Yeah, it's like
check
a
that out.
docudrama type thing where it's like, it's all reenacted, but it's like it's all factual and shit. It's pretty wild.
What's it on Netflix?
Yeah, it's really good.
I'll watch that tonight. I was looking for something to watch. I would recommend For All Mankind. It's about halfway through its second season. I just rewatched the first season as well. Amazing show. It's on Apple TV, but you can find it online pretty easily. I'm really enjoying that. I watched, what else? Oh, Justice League comes out tonight. I probably won't stay up for that one. It's 4 hours long. I'm not really big on the DC movies. And then there was something else I just watched that was really good, but I can't remember. But follow us on Twitter and Instagram at @Game_Podcast. Follow us on Twitch, Game_Podcast. And we're going to work on incorporating more live stuff. I know we only had, like 2 viewers at one point on this one. It's because we didn't really advertise it very well because we thought we were going on Twitch. But we will try to incorporate it more and go from there. So thank you, everybody, for sharing, subscribing. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell everybody you know. We're going to keep putting out episodes. And we'll be back next week, and we'll give you a little heads up next time we go live. All right? Anything else, Malcolm? Any final words?
Got nothing.